Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, replaying past mistakes, regretting words spoken in anger, or holding on to the pain of someone else's actions? I know that feeling all too well. The heavy weight of guilt, the sharp sting of resentment, these emotions can feel impossible to shake. But let me tell you something, my dear. You are not meant to carry this burden forever. You have the power to let it go. Forgiveness is one of the most profound and liberating gifts we can give ourselves. And yet, it's often the hardest thing to do. We cling to old wounds as if they define us, as if somehow holding on to pain will make things right. But that's not how healing works. Holding on to pain only deepens our suffering. Imagine you're carrying a heavy suitcase filled with all the grudges, regrets, and self-blame you've collected over the years. Every step you take, this suitcase weighs you down. You struggle to move forward, but the load is just too heavy. What if, right now, you decided to set it down? Just let it go. Feel the lightness. Feel the relief. That is what forgiveness does. It frees you. And I know, sometimes we think, but they don't deserve my forgiveness, or I can't forgive myself for what I've done. But forgiveness is not about them. It's about you. It's about choosing peace over pain. It's about setting yourself free. So today, let's take this journey together. Let's talk about what it really means to forgive, how to release the pain, and how to move forward with love and compassion. Because you, my dear, are worthy of peace. You are worthy of healing. And you are worthy of a life free from the weight of the past. First, let's start with the hardest part: learning to forgive yourself. Oh, how we hold on to our past mistakes. We replay them in our minds like a broken record, punishing ourselves over and over again. But tell me, has this self-punishment ever made things better? Has it ever changed the past? No. It hasn't. It only keeps you stuck. I want you to think back to a time when you made a mistake that you still feel guilty about. Maybe you hurt someone you love. Maybe you made a choice you now regret. I want you to take a deep breath and place your hand over your heart. Feel that? That's your heart still beating. That's life still flowing through you. That's proof that you are here, that you have another chance. You see, life is not about perfection. It's about learning. Every mistake, every misstep, every moment of pain has shaped you into the person you are today. And my dear, you are growing, you are evolving. So instead of asking yourself, why did I do that? Or, how could I have been so foolish? I want you to ask, what did this teach me? How can I grow from this? Because when you shift your perspective, you stop seeing yourself as a villain and start seeing yourself as a student of life. I want you to say this with me right now. I forgive myself. I am learning. I am growing. I choose to love myself. Even in my imperfections. I say it again and again until you feel the weight begin to lift. Because here's the truth. Beating yourself up will never lead to healing. Only love can do that. And love starts with you. Now, forgiving others, that's a whole different challenge. Isn't it? When someone hurts us, it can feel like a wound that never quite heals. We replay their words. their actions, and we hold on to the pain as if somehow keeping it close will protect us. But all it really does is keep us trapped. I once knew a woman who had been deeply betrayed by a friend. She carried that hurt for years, and every time she thought about it, she felt the same pain as if it had just happened. One day, she told me, "I don't think I can ever forgive them." And I asked her, "Who is suffering because of that? Them or you?" You see, my dear, when we refuse to forgive, we keep ourselves tied to the very pain we want to escape. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Forgiveness does not mean what they did was okay. It does not mean you have to welcome them back into your life. It simply means you are choosing to release the pain. You are choosing yourself, and if you're struggling to forgive, I want you to start small. Just whisper to yourself, "I am willing to forgive." That's all. Just a willingness to let go, because sometimes that's the first step toward freedom. We are all doing the best we can with what we know. Some people are lost. Some people are wounded themselves. And hurt people hurt people. That doesn't excuse their actions, but it helps us understand. And when we understand, we begin to find compassion. You deserve peace. My dear, you deserve joy. And you deserve a life that is not controlled by the pain of the past. So let's take this journey together, one step at a time, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and opening your heart to the love and freedom that is waiting for you. Close your eyes for just a moment and place your hand over your heart. Can you feel that? That is life still moving through you. That is love waiting to be felt. Peace waiting to be embraced. But how can we embrace love when our hands are full of pain? I know that letting go isn't easy. It takes courage. It takes trust. It takes a willingness to believe that you are worthy of peace. And I want you to know, right here and now, that you are worthy of a life free from guilt, free from resentment, free from the chains of the past. But let's be honest sometimes. Forgiveness feels impossible. The pain is too deep, the betrayal too raw, and when we think about forgiving, our minds scream, but they don't deserve it. Let me tell you something. Forgiveness is not about them. It is about you. Think about it. The person who hurt you, they may have moved on. They may not even think about what they did. But you are the one carrying the weight. You are the one replaying the pain. You are the one suffering. And, my dear, you do not have to suffer any longer. I want you to imagine your heart as a beautiful garden. Every resentment, every grudge, every painful memory, it's like a weed growing there, choking the life out of your flowers. The longer you hold on to these emotions, the more they take over. But when you forgive, you pull the weeds out. You make space for new growth, for new beauty, for love. I know it's hard. I know some wounds feel like they will never heal. But what if you started with just one small step? Say it with me. I am open to healing. I choose peace over pain. I release this burden and set myself free. And again, say it until you feel the tightness in your chest begin to soften. Say it until your heart starts to believe it. Because here's the truth. My dear, forgiveness is not a single act. It's a process. Some days you'll feel free, other days the pain will creep back in. And that's okay. Just keep choosing peace. Keep choosing love. But what about forgiving yourself? That might be even harder, isn't it? I've met so many beautiful souls who are trapped in self-blame, people who carry guilt like a heavy chain around their necks. They tell themselves, I should have done better. I should have known better. And my dear, I want you to hear me when I say this. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. If you could have done better, you would have. But now, you know more. Now, you have grown, and that is something to celebrate. Instead of punishing yourself, I want you to see yourself as a child who is learning. Would you yell at a child for making a mistake? Would you shame them for falling down? No. You would help them up. You would encourage them. You would remind them that they are still learning. So why not offer yourself that same kindness? I want you to close your eyes again and picture yourself as a child. See that little version of you, looking up with wide eyes, still learning, still growing. Would you be cruel to that child? Would you burden them with guilt? No. You would love them. And that little child still lives inside of you. They still need your love. So today, I want you to promise yourself one thing. No more self-punishment. No more harsh words. No more holding on to guilt that no longer serves you. Instead, say this with me. I am learning. I am growing. I am worthy of forgiveness. I release the past and embrace love. And I know what some of you might be thinking. But what if I don't feel it yet? What if I say these words and nothing changes? That's okay. Keep saying them anyway. Because every time you do, you plant a seed, and one day, when you least expect it, that seed will grow into something beautiful. You don't have to figure everything out today. You just have to be willing to let go, willing to choose peace, willing to believe that you are worthy of love. Because, my dear, you are. My dear, I want you to take a deep breath, let it fill your body, and as you exhale, imagine releasing just a little bit of the weight you've been carrying. Because today, we're going to go even deeper. I know forgiveness isn't easy. If it were, we would all be doing it effortlessly. But the truth is, we've been taught to hold on to pain, to carry guilt, to replay our suffering as if that will somehow change the past. It won't, and yet, so many of us cling to it. We tell ourselves, if I let this go, it means what happened was okay. But no, my love, forgiveness is not saying it was okay. Forgiveness is saying, I refuse to let this define me any longer. And I want you to think about someone you are struggling to forgive. Maybe it's someone who hurt you deeply. Maybe it's someone who never apologized, who never made things right. Or maybe, my dear, it's yourself. Whoever it is, I want you to bring them to your mind. And I want you to see them not as the person who hurt you, but as a soul who is lost, who is carrying their own pain. Because here's something we often forget. Hurt people. The ones who wound us are often the ones who are the most wounded themselves. It doesn't make what they did right. It doesn't excuse their actions. but it does mean that their pain is not yours to carry, and I know what you might be thinking, but they don't deserve my forgiveness. End of quote. Maybe not, but you deserve your peace. And peace, my love, comes from releasing, not holding on. So let's do something together right now. Close your eyes. Picture that person, and just for a moment, imagine what it would feel like to let go of the anger, the resentment, the pain. Imagine how light you would feel. Imagine how free. And now, whisper these words to yourself. I release you. I let go of this pain. I choose peace. I choose freedom. Maybe you don't feel it yet. That's okay. Say it anyway, because every time you do, you are loosening the grip that pain has over you. Now, my dear, let's talk about the hardest part of all forgiving yourself. I have met so many beautiful souls who believe they are unworthy of love because of their past mistakes, who carry shame like a heavy chain around their necks. But listen to me. You are not your past. You are not the worst thing you've ever done. You are not the mistakes you made when you didn't know better. You are a soul who is learning. You are a heart that is healing. You are a being of love, worthy of compassion, especially from yourself. I want you to place your hands over your heart. Feel the warmth there. Feel the life within you. And now, repeat after me. I forgive myself. I let go of shame. I am worthy of love. Again, I forgive myself. I let go of shame. I am worthy of love. I want you to say this every day, as often as you need, because your mind may resist it at first. It may try to remind you of every reason you think you don't deserve forgiveness. But that voice is not the truth. The truth is, you are enough. The truth is, you deserve peace. The truth is, you are love, and love always forgives. We've come so far on this journey together. We've explored the weight of resentment, the chains of guilt, and the power of release, and now we reach the most beautiful part, the art where you step fully into your freedom, because that's what forgiveness really is. It's freedom. I want you to imagine yourself standing in an open field, the sun shining down, the wind gently brushing against your skin. You are light. You are free. You are unburdened. This is what your heart feels like when you truly let go. And yet, I know that for many of you, the past still lingers. The thoughts still creep in. The pain still whispers. But what if it happens again? What if I get hurt again? My love, forgiveness does not mean you allow the same pain to enter your life. It does not mean you forget. It does not mean you tolerate harmful behavior. Forgiveness means you refuse to let the past hold you prisoner. It means you set down the heavy bags you've been carrying and say, I am done with this weight. I choose something lighter. I choose joy. Oh, it means that when the memories arise, you gently remind yourself, that was then, this is now, and I am no longer that person. Oh, because you aren't, you are growing, you are healing, you are stepping into a new version of yourself, one who is stronger, wiser, and filled with love. And love, my dear, is the most powerful force there is. So today, I invite you to love yourself enough to truly let go, not just in words, but in your heart, in your energy, in the way you walk through this world. And if you ever find yourself slipping back into old thoughts, old patterns, old pain, place your hand over your heart and remind yourself, I am free, I am healed, I am love. Say it as many times as you need. Say it until it becomes your truth. Because, my dear, you deserve peace. You deserve joy. You deserve to wake up each morning without the weight of yesterday pressing down on you. And you have the power to create that reality right here, right now. So tell me, my love, what was your biggest takeaway from this journey? What part of your heart feels lighter today? Share it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if this message spoke to your soul, if you are ready to step into your freedom, let me know by liking this video. Because when we send love out into the world, love always comes back to us. You are beautiful. You are whole. You are free. And I love you